Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, and today is wash day.
Hi, what's up guys? Thank you so much for joining us today for our biracial hair care wash day. Today is a clarifying wash day, so we do this about once a month. And first off, I'm just going to be going through everything we'll be using today in order. So first we have the Strengthen and Restore shampoo by Shea Moisture. I really love Shea Moisture and all of their products. I try to get them to use on all of our hair whenever possible. I do have curly hair as well. Next we have the Shea Moisture Intensive Hydration Hair Mask. This is the best mask I've found thus far, and it works on all three of our hair types. I really love it. In fact, all of these products work on all three of our hair types. So, you know, we've been searching for a long time, but we finally found a winner. All right, next we have the Strengthen and Restore Leave-In Conditioner. It's also by Shea Moisture as well. As you can see, I really love all of their products. When I found them, I started getting as much as I could that would work. Next we have, it's a Cream of Nature Moisture and Shine Curl Activator Cream. We put this on after the shampoo and the mask process, obviously, as well as the leave-in conditioner. You'll actually see that I put both of the conditioner and the curl activator on at the same time. Some people may disagree with that, but I find it works best for us. And last, we do have the black castor oil. I just kind of put this on their roots. It actually helps their hair grow quite nicely and keeps their scalp really healthy. So that's all of the products we'll be using today. The first thing I do before I even start shampooing is go ahead and wet their hair and brush all the way through it, all of the tangles. I get them out. In my opinion, this is the most important part of the process, because if you don't get all of the tangles out of their hair, the products won't be able to do their job very well, and they won't be able to get into their scalp or all the way through all of their hair. As you can see, I start at the ends and work my way up. This helps with breakage and just being more comfortable for them in general. My girls do have two different hair types. My oldest, Trinity, she has pretty much, I would say, about 4B, between 4B and 4C hair. And Tamia has around 3B to 3C. So it's basically the same process, but I will be brushing Tamia's hair a little differently. right off the bat, as you can see, I'm having to kind of finger my way through some of her knots. Her hair does get more knotted than her sister's. You would think it would be the opposite, but it's actually more likely to be knotted, especially in the middle towards her scalp. So I'm just kind of going through and breaking the knots apart with my fingers and with the brush. Alright guys, the first part of this process is just making sure that all of the hair is completely soaked. As I start to shampoo, I obviously start at the scalp and work my way down. And I just make sure that I have shampoo in all areas of her hair. When we do our normal wash days, it's a little different. I do have to keep adding this type of shampoo because I do want to clarify all of her hair. On normal wash days, I mainly focus on the roots and the top of their hair, but because it's clarifying day, I do go a little further. So now we're going to use the scalp scrubber to make sure that the shampoo gets all the way to their scalp and just cleans all of their hair really nicely. You will also notice both of our daughters laughing. Our shower head seems to tickle quite a bit, so it's always a fun time on our wash days. I always use a t-shirt or a microfiber towel. All of them were dirty at the moment, but I use a t-shirt to dry their hair always. It really helps not dry their hair out too much, and it also really seems to help with frizz. It's really close to the same process washing my older daughter's hair. The biggest difference is just making sure that the shampoo reaches the scalp area. So you'll notice that after I get a good amount of shampoo in her hair, I'm going to be opening it up kind of in the middle and making sure that it's all the way to her scalp. While being obviously an exhausting experience that lasts half the day, our daughters seem to have found the humor in our wash day, and it's actually become one of our favorite times to bond with each other. Next, we will be applying our hair mask, and we leave that in for about 30 minutes. I apply the mask a bit sparingly on my oldest daughter's hair at first, just so I make sure that I have enough for my little one, and then I will come back and add the rest to her hair because she does tend to need a little more. Her hair does tend to get a little more dry. So I do add a significant amount more of the mask to her hair because she does need that moisture a little more. Now I'm just working the mask all the way through her hair with the Denman brush. I find this to be extremely important as well, to make sure that the product gets all the way through all of her strands. As you can see, I had to add a little moisture back into my younger daughter's hair. She did have to wait for her sister to get her hair washed because I wanted to leave the mask on their hair for an equal amount of time. But her hair does tend to soak up the moisture rather quickly, and so it dries very quickly. Essentially, I'm doing the same thing to her hair. So I'm working the product all the way through, and then I'm going to brush it through with the brush and make sure that it's worked all the way through all of her strands of hair. And now, as I stated before, I'm adding the remainder of the jar to my older daughter's hair so that she can get all of the extra conditioning that she needs. We do put a bonnet on both of them, just for a little extra heat, so that when the mask sits on their hair for that 30 minutes, it can really penetrate their scalp. Now that the mask has been worked through both of their hair, we had them get in the bathtub and they're going to bathe and wait the remainder of the time. And after that, we're going to rinse the mask out. This rinsing process does take a bit longer. The mask tends to be a little harder to just rinse out and go. So we have to make sure that basically there's no more coming out before we proceed with the next step. When they're ready for the final products to go in their hair, I tend to dry more just because you want the hair not to be soaking wet when you're applying the final products in your hair. Now I'm applying the conditioner, and I think I said earlier in the video that I'm going to apply the conditioner and the curl activator together. Not everybody agrees that you should do this, but I have found that applying them together allows me to work both of them through better. I think the conditioner helps to slide the activator through a little better, and it is going to look like it's a bit much, but at the end you'll see that I take the shirt and blot out the excess product. It actually works out quite nicely for us. So as I said, now I am applying the curl activator on top of the conditioner on both of the girls. And it's finally heading towards the end of the process. I'm brushing both products through their hair. I do end this a little differently between the two of them. So for Trinity, I just brush it through, and afterwards we're going to put some twists in her hair overnight. For Tamia, I do brush all of the product through at first, but then afterwards I take the Denman brush, and I don't know if I mentioned, I did take 2 rows of the teeth out of the brush. After I brush everything through, I'm going to take the brush and curl her hair so that it makes some nice ringlets. Now I'm just taking the shirt and getting rid of any excess product. So it does quite nicely. There's not any heaviness or anything at the end of it. I also do part their hair in whatever style that I'm planning for them for the next week or so. I will show you guys what their hair looks like after it's all dried tomorrow. So this is their hair the next day, our final results. Hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you did and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great day.